Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Всем привет. И мы продолжаем.
We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fat, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
Новое расследование.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Ну, дождик.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it want to stop?
Any Century unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit AM code 3 identified.
You're behind the wheel.
Так, на вызов поехали.
And the Los Angeles Inquisitor.
Any Century unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit AM code 3 identified.
11K, go ahead.
11K, roger. Citizen reports at 415.
You're crazy.
If I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
Officer down! Watch it! Give it up, old man!
Get the bastard!
You bastard!
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist. Cover me!
Преступный дедок.
Car 11K. Code 4 at Alvera Street, but I'll need an ambulance. Shots fired. Suspect is down.
Roger, on your ambulance, 11K. All units be advised, code 4 at the Alvera Street Plaza.
Так, поедем.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home run. Sometimes you just gotta make first pass. That guy there will lead us up.
steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
I'll just be another dead body. I'm used to seeing it. Another gig when we're working homicide jobs.
Ну, тут еще детективы едут.
Detectives? Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries?
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Да. Опять, наверное, 41 размерчик, да?
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Doesn't appear to be connected.
Да, не густо. Следы, отпечатки. Так, ну тут ничего такого не видно. Здесь тоже чистое. Так, подожди.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
И все та же веревка. Получается, что больше-то и ничего, наверное, нету здесь. Так, это что? Новый детектив. Детектив Келли.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Бродяга, ну дальше что?
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Да, уже хоть что-то. Так, надо еще позвонить.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Так, уже больше зацепок есть.
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Ну, в принципе, здесь... Ну, вряд ли что-то. Сейчас мы еще побегаем чуть-чуть. Мало ли что еще бронёвым. Всякое может быть. Так, это... Да нет, больше ничего не видно. Ну, что-нибудь скажете? Нет,
Not now, Phelps.
Нет, не хотите больше говорить ничего. Бутылка просто обычная. Так, это следы, все понятно. Ну, в принципе, тут, наверное, больше ничего не найти. Все может быть. Так, сейчас посмотрим, куда нам отправиться. Лучше места. Давайте в химчистку заедем.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow.
Can't be the same guys, what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand? Against the rules to drive like this without a siren. How about we take a weekend and I give you some driving instructions?
Химчистка.
Change back into those white boxes.
Так. С кем мы можем побеседовать или что-то искать надо?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Так, надо нам выбрать... Сейчас, подожди-ка. Нам надо будет выбрать улики. Бирка F1363.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Так, а тут получается все, да, тут химчистка. Да. Химчистка места, давайте. Лагерь теперь поедем.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Your favorite orchestras and the most popular songs in the land. KTI Radio. Hunger and starvation are the enemies of civilization and democracy. It's up to every American man, woman.
Не с той стороны просто поехал.
My fault. Where's my wife? Nobody cares. Yeah, I took a
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the other lead. These guys can wait.
По-другому следуйте.
Calling you stupid would be an insult to stupid people.
Пойдем по-другому следуем.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
What did I do?
Oh, got a problem,
disgusting. Pal? Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Slow down. Why is the word abbreviation so long?
Так, а тут что больше нет, да? Значит, тут, наверное, ничего все-таки.
You can't do this.
There are 3 kinds of people. Those who can count and those who can't.
Да, ну тут ничего больше такого нету. Ну да, вроде. Так, их тут подозрительных больше нет. Хотя выиграть-то большой.
Isn't it the cop who talked about it? Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
Может быть, он где-нибудь еще рядом даже. Так, с этой стороны мы смотрели вроде. Давайте посмотрим места. А, ну все, дальше, значит, уже нам совсем другое место.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic type show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Так. Домик.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
it's procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Так, сейчас поищем.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out of the service.
Need to check if she was a regular.
wonder why the picture was turned down.
Так, кое-какие уже наклевки есть.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
I doubt it.
Circumstantial.
Так, тут пока ничего. Далее. Те же
Baron's
спички.
bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Так.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Так,
At least she
помада.
was spared that particular indignity.
Уже кое-что. Опа. Опять туфли запачканные. Опять
You can see if
41
Baker
размер.
can match the impression of the crime scene.
И опять 41 размерчик. Посмотрим еще здесь, не помешает нам осмотр. Мало ли что может быть еще тут. Почтовый ящик обязательно осмотрим. Нет, мы еще не все осмотрели, подожди.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
Так, звонок сделали. Но еще не все осмотрели. Так, смотрим на столе. Смотрим тут, щупаем. Ничего не нащупали.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Да, ну вроде все, что можно было, мы ощупали. То есть, в принципе, может быть, что-то еще упустили. Ну ладно, посмотрим.
Take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Ну что же, побеседуем теперь.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
did you only report your wife missing this morning?
I thought she would have called up last night from the bar.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Не, что-то тут не то.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Странно как-то тоже.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Barron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Ну, вроде как на правду похоже, хотя не знаю.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you give in to them your entire life.
Может быть, что-то и упустили.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
А, это здесь, значит, что-то мы не нашли все-таки.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Неужели что-то упустили? Давайте-ка посмотрим лучше. Ну тут все смотрели, точно. Да это уже видели. Это все мы уже смотрели. Чего-то не хватает, наверное. Яхта. Вот что-то он на эту яхту смотрит. Уже что-то, уже яхта. Давайте посмотрим яхту, потому что... Так, это он смотрел уже, не надо. Так. Это он тоже смотрел. Давайте осмотрим яхту. Вот эта странная яхта. Что-то тут с яхтой не так. Опа, вот веревка.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
А еще побеседовать нельзя, да?
I can't believe Teresa's dead.
Ну да, мы еще можем вернуться, да. По крайней мере, ботинки и веревка указывают. Так, давайте-ка он нас вот этот раз довезет, боец наш.
You know the way. You can drive.
Ну, все с этим баром связано наверняка.
Gents, drink? Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Его не было дома, вот так, да.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Ладно.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
That's one heck of a
Так,
Sunday.
номерок. Желтый такси. 3591.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Ну да, он не знает, это тут наверняка.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Так, вот тут он что-то уже юлит.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Да, прям он тебя остановится.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Bates! Just want to talk.
Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Так, все, застряли. Короче, мы потеряем его сейчас, это точно. Все мы потеряли, бесполезняк. Замешкались на одной, тут, в принципе.
God damn it, get after him,
Вот
Cole.
сейчас догоним.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Да, догоним.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. He's showing you how it's done.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Let's end this farce.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands in the air! Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar.
Три подозреваемых.
Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Опять не то.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Так, небольшой сдвиг уже есть. Может, целых 3 подозреваемых. Хотя уже 2. Хотя пока 2.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Центральное отделение. Сейчас посмотрим, что у нас есть. Ну да, центральное отделение, больше пока что ничего нет. Ну что, напарник нас отведет, или мы съездим? Напарник знает, куда ехать.
Can you drive to this one?
Так, идем, сейчас узнаем у
He's in
дежурного.
interview two.
Во второй допросной.
What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I say we bust in there and
Так,
find the
идем.
goddamn evidence.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Сомнительно как-то.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
Okay.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Так, ладно. Сейчас что мы сделаем? Ну, попробуем бал потратить. Тут очень странно. Сомнения.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Так, вот этих что двоих они ни о чем. Которых поймали. Ну что, отправимся.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to Colonel 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrellson picked up.
11K, roger.
Call 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station, now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street, let's hit it.
313 Bunker Hill Avenue, 313 Bunker
Where's that cab got
Unit
you now?
handle code 3 identified.
I got a call back for that universal forest line.
Фигово.
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K. 11K, further on your ACV on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL clear. Suspect vehicle, yellow cab, 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
All units also need help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
11K also needs help. 415 shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 11K code 3.
don't know about you, but I feel more comfortable with the siren on. What do you think?
Непонятно, как проехать. А вот.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house? It's a nice story. Two old lovebirds just moved in together, but they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
Знакомый тип из прошлой серии.
Get the bastard!
Officer down!
Give yourself up! Now!
Look at it.
You're a cop killer! Как его задержишь, если он убил этот полицейский?
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
What have they done to you?
Так, все, едем.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world!
Так, а где? Что-то ничего не происходит. Тут что ли? А ничего не происходит. Да не знаю, ничего не происходит. Что-то машина набилась тут. Ну вот мы приехали на место. Почему ничего не происходит? Значит, со следом ничего. Все, значит, нет такси такого. Где след? Все, следа уже нет.
Give me a break.
Теперь что, тут по всему городу, что ли, кататься таксистом? Ну мы объехали тут все места, где такси может быть. Все, такси упущено. Бесполезно. Такси прошлепали.
You're behind the wheel.
Такси прошлепали, ой, оно уехало уже далеко.
We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
Could be difficult. Most bums look deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty, this isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps. You think a hobo's like me. Clue number one, how do I smell?
Of alcohol and stale sweat. You know, I may be onto something here.
Very funny, Phelps.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you. Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. We need you to stay focused. We need to hold out and gather. How do we do that? Like this.
Buckshot, down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Так, пойдем искать.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Давайте посмотрим газетку пока.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest?
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. I'd say, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
You can't do this!
Вот она, веревочка.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
This is going to help us.
Так, веревку мы смотрели. Что еще мы в газете посмотрели? Ну, в принципе, все. Так, места. След такси, увы, мы потеряли. Но какие-то доказательства утеряны. Да, мы потеряли такси и доказательства. Плохо. Плохо, очень плохо.
You can drive. Can you drive to this one? The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has History, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
Да, такси бы дало куда больше доказательств. А там прошляпили такси, это плохо.
We're going this way.
А нам другую дорогу, в первую.
I gave his wife a tap. I said all fair in love and war.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I've killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Да, нужно было. Ладно, не так добросно начался.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Да, вот такси было потеряно и, возможно, что-то утрачено. Ну, в принципе, да, и вопросов, ну, и улик тоже не полностью, поэтому... Так что вот так. Ну что же, закрыли дело. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел.